Hey, it's Neil. I want to do a project overview of a website that I worked on with Flavor Group for Antica Formula. So we put this together in Webflow. I was the lead designer on it, designed it in Figma, and sort of the key, like, central moment of this web experience is this interactive scroll-jacked bottle tour that we put together. So as the user scrolls down through the site, they see these parts of the label get a spotlight treatment, and some information appears that explains the significance of it. So Antica Formula is a really historic brand, and a lot of that brand history is wrapped up in the story of the label. So I want to give a little backstory as to how we got here, and why this scroll jacked experience is so important. So this is actually the third web project that I've worked on with Flavor Group for Bronca Family Brands, what is now Bronca USA. So the first one was a site for Fernet Branca, which we put together in 2017. Okay, and that's this. Then sometime in 2019, we used Webflow to put this site together for Branca USA. And then Antica Formula, which launched a few months ago in 2020. It's the same group of us at Flavor Group, just 4 people on the core team working to execute these projects from end to end. So for reference, Antica Formula has an Italian website, anticaformula.it, which was sort of a starting point and good reference point for our US website. And part of the Italian site is their version of this bottle tour. So the user can click through these spots, and the different parts of the label are explained here on the right. And we saw this and thought it had a lot of potential, but the main thing we wanted to do is just make it more engaging, more interactive, more of like a fluid experience rather than fragmented into these discrete steps like it is here. So after deciding that we wanted to put it together and we thought scroll jacking was a good idea for that, we had to figure out how to actually do it, which for me was a challenge as I had never worked on a scroll jacked experience before. So the first idea was actually to shoot the bottle on a turntable, which I just did on my kitchen floor here, which actually ended up being a useful prototype and useful in explaining the concept. We did it in slightly higher fidelity, in a light box. We did a shoot and just rotated it by hand. Pretty quickly, and after talking to a few people, we realized that a render was much needed to put this together in the fidelity that we needed. So we partnered with an agency in San Francisco called Swordfish Motion Studio, and they did a great job putting this bottle render together, going through all the stops, and then ending with this wider shot of the whole bottle, this clean shot. So it was nice collaborating with them. I went over there one day and worked out this spotlight treatment with them, making sure that the red here matches the brand red that I put together in the digital palette and that we're using elsewhere on the site. And overall, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. I might have said this already, but implemented it using Lottie and Webflow. And it works on mobile too. If I can jump into responsive. Okay, yeah, so as I'm scrolling here on mobile, the label, the information is appearing up here at the top. So definitely wanted to make sure that was responsive. The main other thing I want to add is that because this bottle and the label is so crucial to the brand history and the story we wanted to tell with the website, we found ways to insert those moments elsewhere into the design. So up here in the nav, the word mark that we chose has that same symbolic tree element from the label. Elsewhere, let's see, on the cocktail page, this is a grid of all of their cocktails. Yeah, so on a cocktail detail page, here's another moment where we're inserting that piece of brand love and brand history and tying it all together. So ultimately a challenging project, but a fun one.